D2 in terms of how these teams are rated when the postseason comes around.
And I'm sure that Evangel comes in here and says we're not about letting a D2 school beat us today. And, but when you look at them just warming up, you look at the front line, maybe
size.
A couple inches bigger. I believe their guards are a little bit bigger, but I don't think they're any better than what we are.
Yeah, they got a really, really good shooter by the name of Cade Kaufman, a junior from Mountain Grove, Missouri. He put up at least 10 points in 27 of their 31 games last year. But on the other side, Roger's pointing to it on the sheet. Brooks Haddock, the sharpshooter for Oklahoma Wesleyan, he's at 6'2", but we know Brooks is able to create shots against some of the best defenders around. And it doesn't really matter if Brooks Haddock is open, Roger. He can knock it down in any situation from just about any spot inside a half court.
In fact, I'd put him up against any shooter on any team we play. If he gets it in that hot streak, I think he can shut his eyes and make it. But I've been watching this kid from Evangel warm up that you were talking about, and Cade Kaufman, and he's very good. Looks to me like he might be about 6'4" or 6'5".
6'5" on the sheet at least.
And that's an advantage. But anyway, all the way around, though, you just look at us. You know,
there's some size, there's some speed, there's some shooting ability. It's all spread around. It's such a balanced team, which I think makes it quite a lot of fun. We're about 5 minutes away from tipping this thing off. Eagles and Evangel, second game of the season. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball on 1500 AM, 99.1 FM, KPGM.
For your commercial, residential, farm, and ranch realty services, call Craig Dima. He's your McGraw Realtor. As an agent representing one of the most dynamic real estate brands in the country, you can expect the utmost professionalism and dedication. From the first meeting to the final closing, he's there to provide you with the best-in-class service to help you buy or sell a home. Call Greg Demuth at McGraw Realtors today. 918-695-5950. 918-695-5950.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Oklahoma high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Oklahoma Secondary School Activities Association and the Oklahoma Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Stay connected with K1 text messaging, breaking news, headlines, severe weather warnings, delivered immediately to you on your phone. Sign up today at bartlesvilleradio.com. K1 Text is brought to you by Dunge's Family of Artists, Bob Loftus Furniture, and Tacos Fajitas. Think about it.
Do you want to come back now?
Whenever the break is done.
A sunny and warm Halloween is on the way for us, with afternoon highs today topping out near 66. We'll see gusty winds out of the south around 30 miles an hour this afternoon, ahead of a cold front that will move through the area tonight. This evening for trick-or-treating, temperatures will be pleasant in the low to mid-50s with clear skies. We look to drop down to low 42 overnight with a full Halloween moon. Our dry and warm weather pattern looks to stick around as we head into much of next week, with temperatures above average. From the Bob Mills Weather Center, I'm News on 6 meteorologist Kendall Smith.
Hi, this is Rod McElvain, pastor of Grace Community Church. Have you ever wondered why people love Jesus so much? The Gospel of John tells us he was full of grace and truth. Grace and truth sum up his whole manner of relating to others. In grace, he treated people with kindness and unconditional love. In truth, he challenged them to grow. At Grace, we're striving to do the same. If you're looking to be accepted for who you are and challenged to grow, check us out. Our services are Sundays at 9:30 and 11, or streaming online at gccbartlesville.org.
The Dewey 12x12 Al-Anon group.
All right, you're right after this little radio reminder.
Okay, perfect.
COVID-19 virus. Al-Anon is a safe, non-judgmental forum for people who have dealt with or are dealing with alcoholics in their lives. Again, this Dewey 12x12 Al-Anon Monday meeting is temporarily suspended until further notice. This radio reminder is being brought to you by Kendrick McCartney Johnson Funeral Home at Pahaska.
welcome back to the Mueller Sports Center, campus of Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Max Gross, Roger Skelly courtside, getting you set for the second game of the year, Oklahoma Wesleyan and Evangel University. Real quick, we'll run down the starting lineups. First for the Evangel Crusaders, led by 39th year head coach Steve Jenkins, 681 wins. That's fifth among active coaches. It's hard to believe that there's four more guys that have more wins than him. 39 years ago, Roger, where were you?
39
Still
years
playing?
ago, 40 years ago, I'd have to see that would be about 1980, I guess.
Yeah.
I might have been still coaching a little bit at that point.
Might have coached against Coach Jenkins back in the day.
No, I think I was probably done with basketball. I've been coaching baseball, and I might even been done then. I don't know, somewhere 79, 80. I don't know. That's too long ago,
That's a long time ago. Real quick, we'll run through those starting lineups, though. It'll be Edriel Martinbro, a junior from the Bahamas. He'll play guard. 6'5" junior Cade Kaufman on the wing from Mountain Grove, Missouri. 6'4" sophomore Josh Pritchett from Rolla, Missouri. 6'2" senior Chris Stocks from Poplar Bluff, Missouri. And the 6'8" junior from Bulgaria, Pavel Antonov. And for your Eagles, a 6'1" sophomore out of Frisco, Texas, Talon Miller. Austin Poling, the other guard, a 6' sophomore out of Trophy Club, Texas. Eagles top scorer Brooks Haddock, a 6'2" junior from Muskogee. 6'6" sophomore Caleb Stokes from Tulsa Lincoln Christian High School, a double-figure scorer in every preseason non-conference game he's played here at Oklahoma Wesleyan. And then the big man down low, the senior Jansen Litsky from Owasso Rejoice Christian High School. Miller, Poling, Haddock, Stokes, and Litsky. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll tip this thing off. It's Oklahoma Wesleyan and Evangel. You're listening to Eagles basketball on KPGM.
TV today. To speak to and for God and to live according to His will. No legitimate government.
Or sell a home. Call Greg Demuth at McGraw Realtors today. 918-695-5950. 918-695-5950.
Residential and commercial plumbing, call Mason's Plumbing. We're serving you as their priority. This is Sports Talk 1500 KPGM Pawhuska and 100.1 KYFM HD2 Bartlesville.
Welcome back to the Mueller Sports Center, campus of Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Coverage of Eagle basketball available BartlesvilleRadio.com. Free to download Bartlesville Radio mobile app. Of course, on the radio dial, Sports Talk 1500 AM and 99.1 FM KPGM today as well. Want to say hi to all of our YouTube viewers as well through the Oklahoma Wesleyan YouTube channel. Getting awful rowdy in here, motorcycle engines revving, the usual experience you get here at the Mueller Sports Center as they're getting set to announce the Eagles starting lineups on the floor. Of course, we gave them to you a little bit ago. We'll run them down one more time for those of you who are just tuning in or just starting their viewing experience. For Evangel, it's going to be 6'5" junior Cade Kaufman, 5'11" junior Enriel Martinborough, as well as 6'4" sophomore Josh Pritchett, 6'2" senior Chris Stocks, and the 6'8" junior from Bulgaria, Pavel Antonov. And again for the Eagles, led by Donnie Bostwick, his fourth year back at Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Talon Miller gets the start, the sophomore guard, as well as Austin Poling in the backcourt. You got Brooks Haddock, your top scorer from a year ago. Caleb Stokes, a very valuable freshman into the fold, a sophomore, valuable freshman into the fold last year. And then the senior, Jansen Litsky, has been with this program since Donnie Bostwick's first year. Going to be a great basketball game out here tonight. Roger Skelly, what's your biggest key for Oklahoma Wesleyan in this one?
We got to start smart and we got to start great.
Get off to a good
but
start.
I look at it, there's all 5 of these guys that are starting tonight. They've been there. They all were in the national tournament last year. They've all had a lot of experience. This shouldn't scare them.
Yeah, and that's a great point, Roger. I expect to see the experience prevail. Going to be interesting against this Evangel ball team as well. I want to see the Eagles get some nice rebounds early on in the contest, maybe block some shots down low. You know, you got a big front line there for Evangel, as we talked about a little bit in the pregame. Evangel, their nickname is the Crusaders. They're going to be wearing maroon tops with gray and white trim. It says Evangel in white across the chest. Eagles wearing the gray jerseys, gray shorts, blue and red trim. Eagles in blue across the chest. Still don't have the new blue and yellow uniforms in quite yet. Heard that we are expecting those within a couple of days. 5 on the floor, Haddock, Miller, Stokes, Litsky, and Poling. Looks like there's a little spot on the floor that's being wiped up right now. That's the reason for our delay. Eagles are 1-0 for Evangel. This is their first ball game of the season. A 16-win club a year ago from the Heart of America Conference. They were picked 7th in the preseason poll in that conference. Of course, Oklahoma Wesleyan was picked atop the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference this year, as they were the conference tournament champions of the KCAC last year, won the conference back in the 2018-2019 season. Since Donnie Bostwick came back home, Roger, these Eagles are 49-5 on the home floor. Done very well playing ball here at Mueller.
It is. He should have stayed home. I stayed at home instead of running off to Texas, but we're glad to have him back.
Eagles have won 6 ball games in a row here at home. Of course, that is dating back to last year, as they're taking a stock of a couple different spots on the floor, and it looks like we're about ready to get underway. It's going to be 6'8" Pavel Antonov against 6'6" Caleb Stokes for the jump ball. It's up in the air, knocked back, and controlled by Evangel. They'll start things off. It's Stocks who will run the point, guarded by Talon Miller. Eagle bench getting nice and rowdy. This team averaged 82 points per contest a year ago. Pritchett works it around to Kaufman. A lot of movement around on the perimeter. You can tell this is already a quicker game than it was the other day. Here's Pritchett giving off to Martinborough. He loses the basketball. In transition, the Eagles go. Here is Poling with it up top, dribbling through traffic. Back out to Miller, and they'll set the offense. Eagles scored 114 on Wednesday. Big, tall defense for Evangel. Talon Miller trying to find his way. Gets to the basket, kicks to the corner. Stokes for 3, and that one off front iron, no good. Rebound to the Crusaders. Stocks takes the ball, throws it forward for Josh Pritchett on the left wing, guarded by Haddock. Now on the block for Antonov. Backs down Litsky. Offensive player has an inch or two. Swing pass up top. Extra pass. Now 3-ball from Pritchett right side. Off the mark, but an offensive board. Cade Kaufman keeps it alive. The top of the key. Stocks drives in. Misses the runner on the second chance. Loose ball. Jansen Litsky gets it in traffic down on the floor. And he'll get it out to Poling. He runs with it in transition. Eagles set up. Haddock to Miller. Corner 3-ball. Too strong. Eagles 0 of 2 from the perimeter in the first minute. Nobody's scored just yet. Third time down the floor for the Crusaders. Here's Martinborough in the lane, lost the ball out of bounds, and the Eagles take over after the turnover. Quick pace early on, Roger Skelly.
You know, I'm not surprised we missed the first two. We're a little nervous, but you know what? We're playing good defense. We're right there. Just keep after.
Eagles knocked in 15 three-pointers in the game on Wednesday. A lot of open looks in that one. Going to be a little bit more difficult to get their shots today. Here's Haddock, short corner. Leaner, got it. 12-footer good. Brooks Haddock so good from the mid-range and so good off balance as well. Brooks Haddock 19 points away from 1,000 in his career. Evangel on offense. Looks like a zone top for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Here's Kaufman. Now they give the ball back to Pritchett. Pritchett gets through the middle and has the ball dislodged by Litsky. Eagles with the steal on the move. Talon Miller with it, right side. Kick to Haddock up top. Pull up three. A little bit off balance. No good. Offensive board for Litsky. One dribble and back out towards the perimeter. Eagles reset the offense. Stokes open in the corner for three, and he connects. Caleb Stokes from downtown. He hit 3 of them the other night. The sophomore loves playing in these non-conference games. Eagles' number 2 scorer from a year ago. Evangel on offense. Eagles lead 5-0. The defense playing rather stout for Oklahoma Wesleyan so far. Forced a couple turnovers. Remember, it's Evangel's first game of the season. They could be a tad rusty. Here's Pritchett inside for Kaufman. Kaufman doubled. Tip pass gets back out. 2 on the shot clock. Pritchett launches, and he hits a 3. The defense backed off as the shot clock was winding down. Josh Pritchett, the redshirt sophomore from Rolla, Missouri. 5-3 Oklahoma Wesleyan. 17 minutes to go first half. Here's Poling on the right side with it. Poling attacking the basket, goes up with the left hand. Finger roll is good. Aggressive take from the sophomore. Oftentimes a pass first guy. On the block, here's Antonov. Turnaround with the left hand. Too much on it. Collecting the air ball on the other side is Miller. Wesleyan on the break. Here is Stokes pulling up another 3. That one a little bit strong. Eagles trigger happy from beyond the arc. Evangel gets the board. Eagles by 4. Over with the ball is Stocks. He knocks down Poling, who lets out a cry as he takes the charge. And with 16:23 remaining in the first half, we'll see some subs. It's 7-3 Oklahoma Wesleyan. 5 new bodies come in. Lenz Ramey, Jaden Litsky, Caston Ammons, Brandon Bird, and Del Jelly. This is a second unit we saw on Wednesday as well. These platoon substitutions, Roger, they keep everybody's legs fresh. It seems like Donnie Bostwick loves making subs this way.
He loves to do it. I know they've made one substitution right here, and I'm a little bit surprised at the 5 that he started. I knew he started his big man, but anyway, we got an option down here. I think the referee is saying that the undershirt, he can't come in. It's got to be the same color as the jersey.
Yeah, it's Brandon Bird over there.
It should be a gray one. So
they're going to put in Kayvon Boston. He'll run the point with the second unit. Yeah. Typically, it's Bird. I notice how Donnie has Miller and Poling out there. Both of those guys have played point before. And now Valentin Van Putten comes in. Good to see Val back. Didn't play on Wednesday. This will be his season debut. Guy that averaged 7.7 rebounds a year ago. Complete spark plug off the bench. So we'll see Brandon Bird in a moment as he got that undershirt situation figured out. Del Jelly had to do the same thing. So it's Boston, Van Putten, Ramey, Jaden Litsky, and Kaz Ammons. Here's Boston, dribbles over into the corner right side. Eagles on top by 4. Over to Lenz Ramey. They'll work it around here. 15 to shoot. High pick and roll. Ammons and Litsky. Kaz picks it up. Now to Van Putten, top of the key. Shot clock winding down. Long defense. Here's Ammons for three from the right side, and he knocks it in. Kaz Ammons makes it 10-3. He's only about a 20% three-point shooter for his career here. Nice to see that one go through. Eagles 2 of 6 from beyond the arc to start off this contest. 10-3 is the score. Eagles trying to extend as much defensive pressure as they can. Here's Kaufman working on Ammons. Kaufman is their top scorer coming into the year, and he hasn't put up a shot in the first 4.5 minutes. 7 to shoot. Calling for a pick is Pritchett. He'll launch the three ball, and it's off the front iron. Rebound is loose on the floor. Ammons picks it up, and the Eagles quickly outlet. Lightning speed the other way in transition. Van Putten dribbling on the right side, and now they'll check it out. Eagles 4 of their first 8 shooting. Here's Ramey on the left side. Drives in. Now back to Litsky, who walked with the basketball. Wesleyan turns it over for the first time.
That's a freshman jitters. That's all it is.
Yep.
He's better than that. He'll play better than that. Just got to let him get those jitters out of it.
Well, and I like the test of him going up against some size. Now, Ike Egwu, a 6'7" big man he's going up against on the interior. Going to be fun for the very highly touted freshman. Steven Salvi from Boca Raton, Florida, a freshman with the ball. Drives in, little teardrop from the foul line. Long rebound secured by the Eagles. Boston pushes it the other way. Wesleyan by 7. Here's Boston getting underneath. Skip to the corner. Ammons shot fake. Back up top. Van Putten. They work it around to Ramey. A better outside shooter. Launches and connects. Lends Ramey 4 of his first 5 from downtown to start the year. One of the handful of Eagles in double figures with 13 the other night, and it's a 13-3 lead. Here's Egwu in the middle. He lost the basketball. Ammons picks it up. 5th turnover forced by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Here's the fast start that Roger Skelly predicted in the pregame. Skip past Van Putten, couple dribbles, whips it down low, loose ball, and it's going to be taken by Kaufman. Sloppy play by the Eagles in transition. Kaufman thought about pulling up instead. Passes it over to Alvarado, who clanks a 3. Long board, ball ping-pongs around, and Oklahoma Wesleyan comes away with it. 6 minutes in, 13-3 Eagles. Looking good so far. Second home game of the year. Sloppy pass, tap back toward midcourt. Boston recovers. He stepped on the timeline, but only because the ball was tipped. Here's Ramey, 1 dribble, pull-up 3. He's knocked down. Offensive board for Jaden Litsky. Back out to Boston, hoists a 3. No. Offensive board was almost there for Van Putten. Eagles are hoisting it in the early goings. 10-point advantage. Defense looks good. Evangel just 1 of 7 from the floor. Here's Kaufman, top of the key. 2-pointer with a hand in his face. Ammons put that hand on the wrist instead and calls the foul.
Max, I was just ready to say, here we are almost 7 minutes into this game, and he has not attempted a shot yet. He seems to be very unselfish and everything, but, you know, when you got your gun like that, you need to get him in the game.
82% from the foul line a year ago. Averaged 16.5 points per contest did Cade Kaufman as he knocks the free throw in. Over 20 points in a third of their games last year. Second unit did a really nice job.
Very much so.
Didn't give up a field goal in 3 minutes of play. We see some subs come in now. Not the full platoon swap. Kaufman misses the other one. It's Ammons, Max Valentino, Del Jelly, Brandon Bird, and Dylan Phillip. Only guy that stayed out there is Ammons. He'll get the ball, some motion, cuts on the perimeter. Eagles lead at 13-4. Brandon Bird stripped the undershirt, now he's back out there. Pass to Phillip, launches from the corner. No good there. Rebound for Kaufman. Phillip came off the bench and hit his first 2 3-pointers the other night. He likes to let it loose. Alvarado up top, sloppy pass taken by Ammons. Now to Bird in the front court, back to Kaz, easy layup for 2. Unselfish play on the fast break for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Ammons, the first Eagle with 2 field goals. He leads the team with 5. It's 15-4. Here's Alvarado. Over towards Pritchett. Egwu on the free throw line, little shoulder shimmy and barrels into the Oklahoma Wesleyan defender. That's Kaz Ammons taking the charge. Kaz getting some minutes in this one, Roger. He's playing as good as anybody. Diving on the floor for loose balls, making 3-pointers, passing on the break, now taking a charge. He's done it all in his 4 minutes.
We've got a timeout here.
Timeout for Coach Steve Jenkins on the Evangel sideline, but about as good of a first stanza of this ball game, Roger, as you could have expected.
You know, the only thing I'd say, there were 2 times I thought down here that if we would have just been a little more patient, 2 or 3 more passes, we'd get a better shot. That's the only thing I would say. But, boy, we're hustling.
3 of 10 from the three-point line right now. 10 3-point shots in about 7.5 minutes.
Well, a Division I school is finding out we're not afraid to shoot it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like the defense from Oklahoma Wesleyan. Evangel's 1 of 7 from the floor. They've scored only 1 point since Donnie took the starters out as well. You'll love to see that. Eagles on an 8-1 run ever since they made those substitutions at the 16.5-minute mark. We're at the 12.5-minute mark right now in the first half, and it's a 15-4 advantage. Here's Brandon Bird dribbling. He'll run the second-team point guard. Pass up top, Valentino lines up a straightaway 3, rattles out. Loose ball, who has it? It's Evangel. Alvarado with some pace into the front court. Passes to Salvi on the right side, had the ball poked free, but OKWU recovers. Over back to the corner for Alvarado. Eagles active on defense. They get another steal. It's Valentino this time for Wesleyan. Ammons back to Dylan Phillip, trying to create his own shot. Picks the double team. Jelly, shot fake, fires, left wing, triple, good! Del Jelly from downtown. First team all-name. 18-4, Oklahoma Wesleyan leads Evangel. Some Saturday afternoon action at the Mueller Sports Center. 11:40 to go. Just 1 field goal made so far for the Crusaders. Here's Ryan Lofton on the elbow left side, working on Ammons. Backs him down, knocks him over, no whistle. Misses the shot anyways from 6 feet out. And another rebound for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Here's Phillip on the left side. Down low for Valentino. Pass is off of the hands of Max. Looks like the game moving a little bit quickly for Dylan Phillip out there.
It is. The other thing, the officials are, I think, are a little rusty today, only from the standpoint they're letting them play inside.
Yeah.
Both ways. I mean, they're consistent, but they're letting them play inside.
Eagles shooting 46% from the floor. Evangel down under 20. Bringing it up is Chris Stocks. Some experience on this Evangel team, also a touch of international flavor. They got a kid from the Bahamas, one from Bulgaria, one from Costa Rica as well. Here is Stocks on the right side. Up top for Salvi. Salvi on the dribble, throws it away. Bird with the steal. Eagles have numbers on the break. Bird to Ammons. Kaz lays it up and in. The dynamic duo, Bird to Ammons on the break. Second time those two have connected for an easy layup. 20-4, Oklahoma Wesleyan. Blowing the doors off the Crusaders right now. Over on the right side, 3-ball, Ryan Lofton, no good. That one felt like a forced look from Evangel. Eagles in transition. Kaz over to Jelly. Turnaround 3 from the corner, and he buries it. Del Jelly joins in on the fun. 23-4, Oklahoma Wesleyan. .22 to go. Here's a 3-ball from the left side. Salvi misses. Rebound inside for Lofton. Crusaders keep it alive. Salvi tries again. No luck. Rebound Oklahoma Wesleyan. They'll try to go up by 20. Phillip, couple dribbles, pull up 3. Not going to go, but an offensive board for Ammons. And now Jelly on the right side from the corner has that one rattle in and out. That was the 14th three-point attempt for the Eagles. And we've got a foul down low and finally a stoppage, Roger, as this game is going at a breakneck pace.
Two shots there that we should have just been a little more patient with, and that could cost you down the road somewhere. You know, let's get the best shot we can get, and we act like we were in a hurry there. Like, you know, you make 1 or 2 and you think you can't miss.
Eagles on a 16-1 run since they pulled their starters. They'll put them back in at the 9:58 mark. Miller, Poling, Haddock, Stokes, and Jansen Litsky going 14 deep today. Evangel on offense, 1 of 11 shooting to start things off. A rude awakening on the road in their opener. Here's Antonov on the block. Now they work it around for Martinborough, the 5'11 guard. Gets inside and misses the layup. They can't get the lid off the bucket right now. And here's Miller. Throws it away as it's knocked out of bounds by Pritchett. 23-4, Oklahoma Wesleyan. They are 5 of 15 from 3 and 4 of 4 from 2-point range. All layups. Here's Miller, kicks to the corner for Poling. Had to reach up for it. Austin slashes across the free throw line. Sets up Brooks Haddock. Trying to get a pick from Stokes. Works over towards the left wing. Brooks still has the dribble. Up top, Jansen Litsky for 3. Hits that one off back iron, no good. Boarded by Lofton for Evangel. College out of Springfield, Missouri. Not a terrible drive they made this morning. 9 minutes to go. Wesleyan out in front by 19 here in the first half. Martinborough over to Pritchett. Drives inside, throws it off the foot of the big man Antonoff, and now they work it back around. Shot fake over there. Notice Cade Kaufman not in the ball game. Turnaround jumper, no good from Pritchett, and they still cannot get anything to go. 23-4 the score. Haddock, foul line jumper, rises and misses off front iron. Ball knocked around and controlled by Evangel. Almost looks like the mid-2000s Phoenix Suns, 6 seconds or less offense. 3 ball finally knocked down by Josh Pritchett. He was all alone in the corner. First bucket in about 8 minutes for the Crusaders. Pritchett has both of their field goals, and they're both from beyond the arc. It's 23-7, Oklahoma Wesleyan, a big lead. Holding on to the ball on this possession. Miller doubled on the left. They'll work it around to Brooks Haddock up top. Brooks puts it on the deck. One dribble, skips it into Litsky. Litsky back to Miller, all alone, left side triple. And that one no good, fighting for the loose ball. Austin Poling can't come away with it. Now in transition, the Crusaders. Stocks around 2. A whistle and a foul as he is knocked to the ground on the baseline. 23-7, 8 minutes to go.
Biggest thing we got to watch here, Max, is their score, and they're starting to hit some shots on the outside. They're crashing the boards harder than we are a little bit, I think. And we're going down, and I think we're dribbling too much. I think we got to move the ball quicker like we were earlier. And when we get the good shot, we'll make our percentage of them.
Stocks misses the first from the foul line.
I think we're a little bit careless with our shot selection. But the one thing about it, Coach will never say a word.
Stocks misses them both from the line, really struggled. 7:54 to go, 23-7. It's Miller, Poling, Haddock, Stokes, and Litsky. Evangel plays good defense on the perimeter. Poling gets it down to Haddock, short corner right side, backs down Martinborough, and now skips it inside to a cutting Poling. Poling in traffic, back to Brooks, launches a three-hand in his face, and misses it. Jansen Litsky, offensive board, rips it away inside, but then loses it to Pritchett. Crusaders on the move. Kick to the corner on the right side. Stocks launches a 3-ball, not going to go down, and Poling collects the board. Eagles +5 on the glass so far. And they'll set up their offense down in the front court. Not a lot of whistles in this game, but a lot of fast break basketball going back and forth. Eagles trying to slow it down a bit. Here's Litsky lining up a straightaway 3 off the mark, and the Eagles going cold from downtown, but Miller rips it away, gets a steal in the backcourt, and Talen's going to lay it up and in easily for his first bucket of the night. 25-7, Oklahoma Wesleyan. 6:50 to go, first half. Martinborough with it on the left side. Evangel just 2 of 15 from the floor. Eagles playing staunch defense early on. Here's Antonoff, the big fella, from the foul line. No good. Rebound for Caleb Stokes as he flies up high, his 3rd of the night. Haddock will dribble it into the front court. Brooks settles in the corner, trying to get rid of it with some defense in its grill. Thrown up top for Poling. Over to Stokes on the right side. Drives by the defender, pauses on the block. Back around. Here's Haddock on the left side. 12 to shoot. Brooks gets into the basket, and he scores. They thought he was going to fade away. Brooks takes it straight to the lane. Not often that he shoots a layup in the half-court offense.
I didn't know he'd shoot one of those.
4 points for Haddock. Right now, Kaz Ammons with 7 is the Eagles' leading scorer. They're up by 20. Here's Stocks in the lane. Off-balance runner, no. Antonoff with the putback, yes. Bucket and the foul. It's going to be whistled on Caleb Stokes. It'll be just the 4th foul against the Eagles.
We didn't block the big man out there, and then we tried to slap it out of his hand.
Pavel Antonoff from Bulgaria. Ever been to Bulgaria, Roger?
No.
I didn't think so.
You can't get there from here.
5:58 to go. Subs being made here. Eagles were outscored over the last 4 minutes, 5-4. Since putting the starters back in. Antonoff, big lefty from the foul line. Knocks that one in. So 3-point play is converted. It's 27-10. Subs are Brandon Bird, Jelly, Ammons, Litsky, and Ramey. Here's Ramey, mid-post, left side. Lenz had a great shooting game the other night. One of the better performers for the Eagles. Here's Ramey with it on the left side. Now to Ammons. Down low for Jaden Litsky, denied by Antonov, or else Litsky would have had another two-handed jam. Threw down a couple of those the other night.
It would have been the first one tonight, I think, for him. And that'd be good for him to get one of those to kind of get him relaxed a little bit.
Inbound to Ramey, 8 to shoot. They work it around to Jelly on the left wing. Eagles patient in the half-court set. Jelly with 3, one dribble, fires, and buries it. Del Jelly from downtown. 9 points for him on the night. All by way of three-pointers. The transfer from Rhema Bible College. I tell you what, I don't know what league Rhema is in, Roger, but I'm sure he absolutely lit it up. Here is Salvi, an elbow jumper, rattles out, and Bird gets the rebound. 5 minutes before halftime, Eagles 30, Evangel 10. Jelly, top of the key, drives to the lane, 8-foot floater, back rim, no good. Ammons fouled from behind, trying to tap it back in.
And that's nothing but hustle.
Yeah, he's been everywhere.
I got to give him the Mr. Hustle Award today.
Yeah, he's made a play in so many different phases already. Even in the first couple minutes he came in. But that's a guy that I don't think you can take off the floor with the way he's playing.
No, and Mr. Overachiever. I mean, he just gets after.
Yeah, we talked about it. You know, he was a part of the squad last year. The year before, he was on the JV team, dropping 30 a night.
Yeah.
5 minutes to go. Inbound to Jaden Litsky. Pass to a curling Jelly. Fall away 16-footer. No. And the rebound goes to Kaufman for Evangel. Kaufman, 1 point for their All-American top scorer. Here's Alvarado. Over to Kaufman. Pulls up for 3. No good. Ammon's got a hand in his face. He's everywhere. Now he has the ball one-on-one in transition. He's bumped. No whistle. Layup missed. Jelly gets it back. Puts it in. And he's fouled. 32-10 Eagles. Del Jelly in double figures for the first time in his Oklahoma Wesleyan career. 11 points off the bench to lead all scorers. Jelly and Ammons have been the glue of this team tonight.
It's really been an all-around effort of all of them. Boy, they've all hustled and really, I thought, playing good team defense.
Now 12 points for Jelly as he knocks in the free throw. 33-10, Oklahoma Wesleyan on the board. Here's Alvarado on offense. Dribble drive, pass to Salvi, who hasn't been afraid to shoot, and finally gets one to go down. Steven Salvi, the freshman from Boca Raton, Florida. 33-13. Evangel still 4 of 21 shooting in this one. It's only been 3-pointers that have gone down for him, other than the one on the three-point play put back by Antonov. Jaden Litsky over to Jelly. Eagles shooting it at 41%. Here's a little give and go. Litsky inside, and he was fouled before he put that shot up and in. Big fella moves pretty well, though.
It's not hard for him to put it down.
No, not at all. And, you know, as a freshman at 6'7", possibility that he could still grow.
Yeah, I think there's a chance he might grow some more.
Talking with assistant coach Gene Hartman about how they got Jaden to come here. Gene said he had to have his wife make a couple batches of cookies, and he thinks that's what signed the deal to get Jaden to pick here.
His mom offered him a pretty good sum of money to come last year, but he wouldn't make up his mind. I don't know, maybe he was wanting her to make a little bit more bigger offer.
Some subs, Valentino, Phillip, Van Putten, and Boston. They keep Kaz Ammons out there. Eagles have gone 14 deep in this first half. Ammons, first mistake of the day, lofts a pass too high for Van Putten on the block, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover number 5 for Oklahoma Wesleyan. 5 turnovers in 16 minutes, Roger. Pretty good, especially given the pace we're playing at.
I'll take it.
20-point advantage for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Pass down low for Evangel. OKWU blocked by Max Valentino. Ball is tipped, and it hits the backside of the backboard and out of bounds. It'll stay with Evangel. But how about Max Valentino? He's trying to fight for playing time out there, Roger.
I don't think.
Make an impression on defense. That's how you do it.
I don't think a kid from Evangel was expecting on getting that one blocked.
No, Max Valentino, 6'5", but has those long arms. Great defensive play for Oklahoma Wesleyan. They've set the tone so well on the defensive end. Inbound pass. Steven Salvi, the lefty, with soft touch from beyond the arc. No good. Ball slapped out of bounds. Last touched by, looked like Ammons got a hand to it last. Our video stream viewers probably got a better view on that than we did. Appreciate everybody tuning in, whether it's on YouTube, on the radio, Bartlesville radio app. Either way, Inbound to OKWU down low for the Crusaders, and he scores from close range. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go.
That was good defense there on Van Putten not to draw a foul on that one, because the only way he'd
33 to 15. Here is Boston over on the left side. Here is Phillip with the basketball, traveled with it. And we'll see a sub. Brooks Haddock comes in for Ammons, and Polling's going to enter this game as well. Who's going to come off? It'll be Phillip. It's a mixing and matching the units a little bit now.
well,
Wesleyans look good.
Nobody should be tired.
No.
Very long.
I'm tired, but that's beside the point. 33-15. On offense, it's Evangel with the basketball. Alvarado back up top, Salvi. Valentino guards him on ball. Little pick action, doesn't do much. Pass over towards Alvarado. Pull up 10-footer from the block, no good. Rebound for Van Putten. Eagles lightning quick on the break. Here's Poling in the corner. Sets up Haddock, who's had a quiet first half. Over to Boston, wide open for three. Way too much on it. But right there for the board is Poling. No on the putback. Van Putten gets it back to Haddock. Steps into a three. Buries it. Way back there, Brooks Haddock.
That was a great movement of the ball all the way around.
And a second chance bucket at that as well. Haddock with 7 points. Right now the top scorer is Jelly on the bench with 12. Here's OKWU spinning, and he traveled with the basketball. I was about to say, Roger, that was a really nice spin move. Apparently too nice. 36 to 15.
You have become quite an official here, you know.
My stripes are the wrong way on my shirt.
Well, it'll still work.
I thought you were going to wear your ref shirt for Halloween, Roger. We got a hand check foul about 35 feet away from the basket. 2 minutes to go. Eagles lead it 36 to 15. Eagles outscoring the opponents 9-6 over the last 4 minutes. Eagles went on a 23-4 run to start this thing in the first 10 minutes. They've cooled down a little bit, but the defensive effort has been maintained. And another foul. Kayvon Boston knocked around.
I mean, anybody could call that foul from here. The kid was riding him and clear across the baseline.
And that'll put him on the foul line.
And the coach didn't get up, so he'll have some choice words to tell that bunch at halftime.
Kayvon Boston, redshirt senior out of Houston. Only player on roster that precedes Donnie Bostwick. Guy that's worked his way through the JV program, second year on the varsity roster. Worked on his free throw shooting. He was 4 of 6 the other night. He was just a 52% shooter last year. 1-1 here. And clanks that one off back iron. I shouldn't have said anything. Minute 50 to go.
Great kid. He worked for me a year ago this past summer a little bit.
Yeah. Great kid out there. And he was fouled a couple of times in the backcourt. Now he picks up a reach-in foul. He'll come off. Taylon Miller comes in. Jansen Litsky on the floor, as well as Caleb Stokes. Donnie Bostwick rotating through the lineup. Here is Josh Pritchett. He'll inbound it from the side. A little bit before halftime here. Over with the basketball. Up top is Pritchett. Made a couple of threes. Lofted inside to Kaufman in the middle of 3. And a foul is called. 16th foul in Oklahoma Wesleyan. They'll get him on the reach. It's Caleb Stokes. Should be his second.
I thought there you
just the first on Stokes. I marked one wrong before.
Jump ball or you got to travel.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that one. In the middle of traffic, in the middle of chaos. Alvarado inbounds Pritchett, launches a 3 and connects. Josh Pritchett hits his third. He shot the ball plenty in the offseason. Just a 26% outside shooter last year. He's their leading scorer with 9. It's 36-18. Eagles doubling up Evangel in a ball game we anticipated would be close. Stokes on the dribble drive, rises, no, second chance, yes. Caleb Stokes has 5 points in the first half. Eagles back out in front by 20. It's 38-18. Minute to go. Up top with the basketball, Alvarado in the lane, dumps it back for Salvi. Shot fake, Haddock defends him. He'll pick him up at the top of the key. Over on the left side, Alvarado, crossover dribble, kicks it up top, Kaufman works on the shorter defender, Miller. Now dumps off for Salvi in the corner, a triple offline, and Stokes goes up high to get his 5th rebound of the day. Outlet pass to Brooks Haddock. Haddock gets in the lane, ball stripped, but Miller picks it up, skip pass on the block, Litsky shot fake, had it blocked, and Evangel recovers. Shot clock resets to 30, about a 2-second differential. Crusaders could try to kill some of this clock. It would be a big accomplishment for the Eagles to hold this potent offense under 20 points, a group that averaged 80 a year ago. In the lane, here's Pritchett, a foul away after nearly losing the ball, and he scores. 11 for Pritchett, and it's 38-20. 8 seconds left in the half. Miller up top with the basketball, crosses over, fires the three ball, and it's on target. Talon Miller from downtown, right before the buzzer sounds. Great first half of basketball here at the Mueller Sports Center. Eagles, a big-time advantage here as they lead it 41-20 over Evangel. We'll have the halftime show coming up. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball on KPGM.
For your commercial, residential.
You could win $5,000 cash from us, 2 round-trip Southwest airline tickets anywhere in the continental U.S. from Spears Travel.
Set of tires, detail and alignment from Dunge's family of autos.
2 $1,750 roofs from Heritage Roofing. 1-year golf membership from Adams Golf Course. $660 in gas from Phillips 66. $500 gift certificate from Cliffs Flooring and Windows.
Tickets will be available Monday at
K1, KYFM, K-Rig, and KPGM. Arvest Bank, a heavenly touch.
Shop any of these local businesses and start collecting those tickets.
Be in the green this year. Green Country Christmas from K1, KYFM, K-Rig, KPGM Radio.
Welcome back to the Mueller Sports Center coverage on KPGM 1500 AM, 99.1 FM, BartlesvilleRadio.com, the Bartlesville Radio mobile app. Also, hello to our YouTube viewers back at home. 41-20 is our halftime score. 41-20, Roger. who would have thought that the Eagles would be out in front by this much? I know Donnie Bostwick likes to sandbag on his team a little bit, but I think everyone came in with some expectations from this Evangel ball club. And not to say that they won't make a game out of it in the second half, but I think everything going pretty well for the Eagles in this first half.
You're right. The other thing is, though, when you look at the scoreboard and you think, okay, you got a 21-point lead, all that is 7 threes, and you're back in the game. But there's two things that really stand out to me. Number one, we out-rebounded them 27-17. I would have, if I was a gambling man, I would have bet you that it wouldn't be that difference like that.
Well, yeah, a lot more size, or at least a little bit more size for Evangel, on paper at least.
And if anything, it was just hustle. I think we out-hustled.
Yeah, I mean, you got a guy like Kaz Ammons lighting up the rebounds. Caleb Stokes has 5 boards for Oklahoma Wesleyan as well. Bird has 3, 6 from Kaz Ammons, and he's a guy that's listed in there at 6'2", I believe, 6'1", and that's, it might even be a bit generous. You're right, it's hustle rebound, and obviously it's a little bit of a function of shooting percentage. Of course, the Eagles have a 17-point advantage, 42% to 25%. Obviously, if there's more misses coming off for Evangel, more opportunities for Oklahoma Wesleyan to get rebounds, but you also have 9 offensive rebounds, leading to some second-chance points for Oklahoma Wesleyan as well, and that makes a huge difference.
Absolutely, but boy, when you look at it, all it takes is to come out and those 2 percentages change the second half. We got a game that's going to go right to the wire. I never would have believed that we would have been 20 points ahead of these guys at halftime. But when you're shooting what they shot, but I'll say one thing, we contested every shot pretty well. And we shot further from that three-point line. We shot from downtown with some stuff.
23 attempts, made 8 of them. Evangel was 4 of 12. Looking at the top scorers for Oklahoma Wesleyan, Del Jelly has 12. He made 3 of them from downtown. Kaz Ammons has 7. Brooks Haddock has 7 points as well. Talon Miller with 5. Caleb Stokes with 5. 3 from Lenz Ramey and 2 from Austin Poling. 7 different guys have scored in this one. Not quite the 13 different guys that scored the other night against Calvary, but still having nice scoring balance. It's always an advantage to Oklahoma Wesleyan because there's teams, Roger, that we'll see in conference play that have 3 or 4 guys that can do it and nobody else. And Oklahoma Wesleyan has the ability to blow some of those teams out of the water just because they can go so many guys deep and still fill it up the same way.
Well, it seems to me like this is the first year that in all the years that I've been around it, when Donnie was here, we are a lot deeper. Surely, as much as we have, if somebody's got an off-shooting night, we're going to find somebody that's not having an off-shooting. And that's the way I see it.
Well, and we saw in the first half, Roger, the second and even the third team went on a 16-1 run that stretched from the 16-minute mark to about the 10-minute mark. What other team in the country can you get that from against a good basketball team? It's so impressive.
Well, and if I was scouting this team saying I'm going to play them next Wednesday, I'm saying, what am I going to do? The only thing I'm going to be able to do is to tell my players, every guy on the floor you got to guard. And you got to get a hand in your face. If you don't put a hand in their face, they're going to make 50% probably of what they shoot. And that's very difficult. And I also wonder if Evangel came in here thinking, oh, we got to show up.
Yeah, and that's not the case. I mean, Oklahoma Wesleyan's built up quite the reputation as one of the top teams in NAIA Division II, and if you don't know or if you're ignorant to the fact that they're just as good of a ball team as anybody else, well, you're gonna find out pretty quickly. I like the fact that we have a former Division I team on the schedule early on. It's a great test. You know, Calvary was nice. It was really good to get going against a team that was wearing a different colored uniform than you, but now you really ramp up because going on the road in this conference is never, ever easy, especially going to a place like Bethel. They've got some great athletes. Jalen Scott is a first-team all-conference performer, so you got to worry about him. And the way they've shut down Cade Kaufman, the top scorer for this Evangel club, Roger, he hasn't made a field goal. He has just 1 point from the free throw line on 1 field goal attempt. You couldn't ask for better clamps on one of the better shooters around.
Now, if I was his coach, I would say, Cade, you've got to get more aggressive this half. You've passed the ball, you've set good picks and everything, but hey, we're only shooting 25%. I got to have you this half. And
Absolutely.
to see if he won't come to life. Now, that's what I would tell him as a coach. It's fun to watch him. I'm a little anxious here to see how we start the second half. You know, I've seen those halves where we have a first half where overall we play really well. And then we come out in the first few minutes, we're throwing the ball away. We're just not quite there. And we let them back in. You know, you let them get back within 10, it's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, and you don't want to see that. You would hope some of those games that we saw from this group last year when a lot of these guys were freshmen, now as sophomores, you would love to see them get a quicker handle on that, you know, maybe get it to before the wheels fall out. You're going to maybe lose a couple points in this one. Maybe the lead will dip down to 15 or 16, but you got to have the presence of mind to keep your wit about you and not let that sink back down to 12 or even 10 or single-digit points. This team is as talented as any around there. It's just about focus. It's about playing good quality basketball and not turning it over. That's going to make the difference for them.
Well, I think if this was last year, it'd be a different story.
Yeah.
I would, but I do feel confident, and it's the same thing again, confident that if the first bunch starts messing up, he's going to make some substitutions, and I think we can stop that.
Yeah, you're right.
But you just never know. No game is over, and the three-point shot has changed all of that. I wish they'd have had that when I was playing.
41-20 at halftime. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, the second half of action from the Mueller Sports Center here at Oklahoma Wesleyan. This is Eagles basketball on KPGM.
Going us every Thursday, Friday.
How long is your match?
3 minutes if you could, Trey.
All right.
Thank you.
Owners and local people from Pawhuska and surrounding
No
areas
problem.
giving you the insight on what's happening in Pawhuska and Osage County. You can hear Talk of the Town every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30 on KPGM 1500 AM and FM 99.1. Talk of the Town is sponsored by Littleton Roof and Associates PC.
Everybody has to be prepared.
When the skies become threatening and severe weather strikes, K1 provides complete coverage. Bartlesville Radio gives up-to-the-minute weather conditions using radar and live on-the-scene reports from the Washington County Emergency Management Team. Our trained weather spotters, along with the meteorologists from KOTV News on 6, are dedicated to keeping your family safe. Keep a battery-operated radio close, and when severe weather strikes, go to a safe place and tune in to K1 AM 1400, FM 93.3 for immediate coverage. Brought to you by Patriot Chevrolet, Bartlesville Collision Center, Paul's Wrecker Service, Jericho Tile and Carpet, Conoco Phillips, United Rentals, Green Country Restoration, Phillips 66, Randy Lawrence Lawn Care and Maintenance, Stump Funeral Home, and A-Best Roofing. Your safety is our top concern at K1 AM 1400, FM 93.3.
If you work or live in the downtown area and are experiencing difficulty at times to find a place to park, worry no more. There is downtown parking available at 2nd and Osage that's convenient to downtown businesses and apartments. For more information and monthly rates, call 336-1001. That's 336-1001.
Get in the know every Friday, first at 5 o'clock. It's the Green Country Kickoff Show, previewing all the action on Sports Talk 1500 AM, 99.1 FM, KPGM.
It ended up being a lot bigger win than what we thought it was at the time.
Then after you hear your favorite team play on our family station, tune in for the Scoreboard Show with Garrett Giles. Soak in all the highlights on your favorite station. We have you covered Football Fridays.
For your commercial, residential,
Hey, you're after this.
McGraw Realtor, as an
You're after this, Mike.
brands in the country, you can expect the utmost professionalism.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, buddy.
To the final closing, he's there to...
No problem.
Service to help you buy or sell a home. Call Greg Demuth at McGraw Realtors today. 918-695-5950. 918-695-5950.
Welcome back to the campus of Oklahoma Wesleyan University for the second half. Eagle basketball, Max Gross and Roger Skelly. Oklahoma Wesleyan up 41-20 coming into the second half. Roger, you got your wish for a hot start at the beginning of the game. Eagles went on a 23-4 run. What's your prognostication for the start of the second half here?
I want the same thing to start the second half. You know, we can't afford to make some mistakes, silly mistakes, turn the ball over, not take the best shot we can get every time down the floor. We got everything in our favor. Let's don't quit what got us there, and that's moving the ball quickly. And I don't think they ever dreamed we would play at the pace we played at. So I think that's right where we are.
Eagles return the same five to the floor. Talon Miller, Austin Poling, Brooks Haddock, Jansen Litsky, Caleb Stokes out there. Veteran head coach Steve Jenkins breaks the huddle there for Evangel. Mentioned he's in his 39th year, 681 career wins. It's about twice as many as Donnie Bostwick has on his career. Coach Bostwick doesn't run into too many coaches and have a better legacy than he does.
Not too far off for being 20 wins a year.
Yeah, that's impressive stuff.
Yeah.
41-20, Eagles start with it going from right to left on your radio dial and video screen as well. Miller with it on the left side. Hand off to Brooks Haddock. Brooks aggressive with the dribble. Falls down. Somehow finds Miller, who lays it up and in. Brooks Haddock from the floor. And Miller lays it up and in. He's got 7 points. What a pass. Evangel on offense. They shot just 25% in the first half. Here's a cutting Martinborough inside. Back now they get it to Pritchett. Pritchett dribbling on the left. 9 to shoot. Pritchett steps back, dumps off to Pavanoff on the screen. And it's going to be a foul inside. Pavel Antonov. Whistle inside on Jansen Litsky. Antonov goes to the line. 6'8" big fella from Serbia. Hit his only free throw earlier. Misses there. 70% foul shooter a year ago. Averaged 6 points, 3 rebounds coming off of the bench. Next one up and good. 43-21. Oklahoma Wesleyan out in front here. First minute of the second half. Miller guarded by Martinborough. Now they get it to Stokes on the baseline. Met with a double team on the perimeter. Brooks Haddock with it, trying to create a look. Slashes across the foul line over to Miller on the left side. Miller back up top to Haddock. Pass takes him to the half-court line. Haddock looking to create, pulls up. He's blocked, gets the ball right back, and a finger roll to the hoop. No good. Not often you see Brooks miss one from point-blank range. 43-21 as Evangel takes the ball after a good defensive stand. Here's Pritchett. Up top, Martinborough. Evangel 4 of 12 from the three-point arc. Here's Kaufman backing down, pulling. Little shot fake. Draws contact, hits the bucket. And he'll go to the line. His first field goal. That looked like the Brooks Haddock move.
Yeah. That right there, they had that on us the first half numerous times, a mismatch with Cade on Austin. And they ought to be looking at every time they get that, they ought to go straight to him with the ball. But we need to switch up on that.
Three-point play converted. It's 43-24 as the Eagles bring it up here. Talon Miller has 7 points to his name. Dumps off for Poling. Skips it inside for Litsky. In the middle of the trees down there. Slings to the perimeter. Haddock for 3. He's fouled. Brooks Haddock is going to head to the line for 3 foul shots. As he put up a shot with a hand in his face. I don't think Brooks was deterred even the slightest bit after getting his shot blocked the last time down the floor. Haddock 7 points so far.
Brooks got to be careful about forcing the shot because you'll notice right now the coach has had quite a bit to say to him at halftime. They're playing a lot better defense than they did the first half.
Haddock, an 88% foul shooter from a year ago, hits the first one. Junior from Muskogee. Hits the second one as well. And here goes number 3. All 3 of them good for Haddock in double figures now for the 48th time in his Oklahoma Wesleyan career with 10. Leading scorer on the team is still Jelly on the bench with 12. Eagles by 22 as they play defense. 18 minutes to go in the contest. Here's Antonov, met by Litsky, puts up an errant shot down low, but it's kept alive. Here's Martinborough for 3. Clangs off back rim. Brooks Haddock collects the rebound, throws it forward to Miller. Miller inside, passes to a cutting Stokes, has the dunk blocked. Litsky's follow no good either, and the Crusaders head the other way with it. They're playing motivated defense in the second half. Kaufman, hand in his face, doesn't matter, knocks down the 3, and that's a guy you don't want to start getting hot. He's got 7 points, 6 of them in this half. Eagles still do have a 19-point advantage. Miller, top of the key, wanders around, now drives. Miller to the rim, misses the layup. Stokes in traffic, comes away with the board. Loose ball collected, and Evangel comes away with it. And they'll throw it over to Stocks on the left side. Got to watch for Cade Kaufman. He's starting to heat up, hanging over there off ball on the right side of the lane. Here's Antonov, handoff Pritchett. He fires a 3 ball, and it falls in. Josh Pritchett's 4th three-pointer, and he leads all scorers with 14. Donnie Bostwick wants a timeout. It's 46-30. 16:56 to go in the ball game. And we got substitutions coming in. It's a 30-second timeout. Keep it right here as Donnie Bostwick getting a little bit fired up with the guys in the huddle. We saw Coach a little bit calm the other day in the huddle. Not too much to complain about, but now lighting a fire into his guys. Interested to see how they respond after this break.
You'll notice in the last few minutes here, last probably 3 or 4 possessions, they have beat us to every possession. Every loose ball they beat us to, and that's what we were doing to them first half. See, we've gotten a little bit lethargic here. And they're starting to press the ball coming down the floor to slow things down.
Eagles bringing their energy second unit. Brandon Bird, Del Jelly, Kaz Ammons, Jaden Litsky, Lenz Ramey. Here's a turnover up top. Ammons throws it away. Kaufman intercepts. Layup in transition, not going to go. Ammons comes down with the board. Eagles by 16, trying to keep it under control. Bird's pass tipped, but goes to Ramey in the corner anyways. Eagles down under 40% shooting from the floor. Bird up top with the basketball, works off a screen from Litsky over towards Jelly. Now Ammons in the corner, feeds Jaden Litsky, and he is interfered with trying to dunk, no whistle. That's the second time the Crusaders have sent back a dunk attempt from the Eagles just in this second half alone. Here's Martinborough, head fake, foul line, jumper, good. Edriel Martinborough, his first bucket, a junior from the Bahamas, and we got a 14-point game. This is what we were talking about, Roger. How do you pull it together when it feels like the wheels are falling off? Double screen to the left side for Brandon Bird. Spins off a defender, nearly lost the ball. Passes to a cutting Ramey underneath. Lenz turnaround 7-footer. Not going to fall down. Loose ball. Who wants it? Last touch by the Crusaders. 15:47 left in the contest. Eagles by 14. Shooting percentage disparity starting to level out. Eagles have a 10 percentage point advantage. Here's Ramey. Outside to Del Jelly, fires a 3 with a hand in his face. Nowhere close. Tapped out of bounds by the Crusaders. Eagles struggling right now. First time all year they face some adversity. Not the start they envisioned. Here's Jelly, tip pass, stolen. Heading the other way is Stocks. Eagles getting back well on defense, but Pritchett slips through. And he scores. 16 for Josh Pritchett. (46-34). It's a 12-point ball game. Here is Jelly driving, pulls up, foul line jumper, no good, long rebound, and it's going to go to the Crusaders. They're on the run. Martinborough throws it to Kaufman down low. Pass took him to the baseline, and now they'll get it back up top. Here is Stocks with the ball, and he'll kick it outside to Pritchett. The hot hand misses the 3. Ramey comes down with the board. Eagles going to push in transition. Here is Brandon Bird with the basketball. Bird gets inside, misses. Litsky collects the board, and he is fouled. The big fella tumbles down to the floor. The Eagles will have an opportunity to score. It was 41-20 at halftime. A 14-5 run for the Crusaders.
I thought he might have walked, Bird might have walked on that moving to the bucket.
Inbound to Ammons, misses Litsky with the follow dunk. Jaden Litsky, that'll light a fire into the boys. His first bucket of the night. Oh my goodness, Jaden Litsky. He literally raised the roof. Here is Stocks driving in, gets around Litsky for the bucket. Timeout from Coach Jenkins on the sideline. It's 48-36. 14 and a half minutes to go, and all of a sudden, Roger, we could be looking at a ball game here.
I'd be greatly surprised if by the time we don't get in, it's a dogfight. They playing with a lot of different intensity than they did the first half. And I think it pretty well goes to show you they thought they just show up, they could win.
48-36, full timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds, it's Eagles basketball on KPGM. Just a 30 here.
Stay connected with K1 text messaging. Breaking news, headlines, severe weather warnings. Delivered immediately to you on your phone. Sign up today at bartlesvilleradio.com. K1 text is brought to you by Dunge's Family of Autos, Bob Loftus Furniture, and Tacos Pachitas. Think about it. Breaking news, headlines, severe weather warnings. Delivered to you on your phone. Only on K1 text.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Wesleyan University. 48-36 is our tally here. 14 and a half minutes to go. What was once a 21-point lead has dwindled down to 9. It was a timeout from Evangel. They're going to pressure in the backcourt. Jelly, Bird, Ramey, Litsky, and Ammons. The 5 out there for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Bird is going to bring it up. The junior missed some time with an injury last year. Gets a pick from Ammons, sinks down to the baseline, throws it cross court for Ramey. Thought about a shot fake. He's a good outside shooter. Now Bird on the edge, goes to the baseline. 14-foot leaner, no good. Rebound for Evangel on the interior. Opportunity for the Crusaders to really evaporate this lead. They can keep up their momentum. Here's OKWU over to Martinborough. Down low is Stocks in traffic. No, OKWU's follow not going to go. Ball being tapped around. Bird secures it. He sprints out the other way on the break. Bird in the lane, and he has one cleaned up by OKWU, swatted into the hallway. Wow.
I just want you to know I'm here.
My goodness, that was something. Going to see some more subs here for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Dylan Phillip comes in for Ramey. Van Putten into the ball game as well. Van Putten hasn't scored yet. He missed a little bit of time. Didn't play on Wednesday. Here's Ammons up top with the basketball. Kaz had 7 in the first half. Here's Phillip in the corner with it. Eagles out in front by 12. Phillip being harassed, throws it away, and OKWU intercepts Evangel. Slow speed transition look here. Eagles get a chance to set their defense. Martinborough with it off a pick. Crossover dribble. Gets to the foul line. Little leaner. Good. Adriel Martinborough, a 12-point per game scorer a year ago. It's just his second bucket of the contest. 48-38. Eagles can't buy a bucket right now. Just 2 points for him in the last 3 minutes. Bird nearly has it stolen. Gives it off for Ammons. Now Valentino up top. Back to Bird on the left side. Bird, crossover dribble, pull up, 10-footer, tough shot goes in for Brandon Bird. Silky smooth touch from the left side, and it's 50-38. Eagles go back out in front by 12. Here is Stocks driving the lane, finger roll finish, and the foul. Chris Stocks with some strength inside, and the Crusaders have a chance to make this a single-digit game. This one's a dogfight, Roger, if we've ever seen one.
It's going to get. I think it's going to get tougher too, as they didn't like the chewing they got at halftime, and they said we're going to play this half.
Stocks' foul shot good.
Total different aggressive Evangel team this second half.
We've got a 9-point contest, 50-41 at the 12:47 mark. 50-41. That's a 21-9 outscoring so far, 7 minutes into this thing.
Yeah,
all things even out. Look at the field goal percentage. Both teams right around 35%.
Yeah.
It's about a 20 percentage point gap at halftime. Here is Talon Miller on the low block, working on Martinborough. Talon aggressive inside, and he scores. Gets around the big fella.
We got to have a run here. We got to get a couple stops here.
Miller with 9 points. Here's Cade Kaufman, pull-up 18-footer. Off the mark, battle for the board inside. Who touched it last? They say the Eagles did. Miller had a chance to pick that one up. He let it go.
You know, and that's something you should never do. If you have a chance to pick it up, go ahead and get it.
Yep. Alvarado going to inbound it. The Costa Rican gets it into OKWU on the block in between two. He's shuffling his feet like a madman and finally throws the ball away. Here's Miller, sprint speed, lost it. Ammons saves it. Valentino tips it around. Valentino throws it back, and Phillip diving on the floor. A man jumps on his back. They're jumping on his back. And a timeout is called by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Wow. OKWU literally jumped on Phillip's back. How is that not a foul, Roger?
I'm going to tell you, if I was an official right now, I wouldn't let these coaches this far out on the floor.
Well, you got to blow the whistle earlier if you don't want the coaches to run out there.
But when he was down on the floor, you thought we were on a football recovery.
My goodness.
That should have been blown
it
right
really
there.
Was. 52-41 is where we stand. Close to the 12-minute mark here. 30-second timeout. At least the Eagles won that loose ball. You like the effort. A play like that hopefully should ramp up the adrenaline in your system just a little bit. Great basketball game we got going on. Happy Halloween.
I bet you it's these guys' first game this season. They may have worked a couple scrimmages, but you can
they were
tell.
saying the same thing about you at halftime.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Valentino, Phillip, Ammons, Van Putten, and Talon Miller, the 5 out there for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Miller with the basketball. Right wing over towards Ammons, throws on the block for Van Putten in the mid-post, works on the smaller defender, Martinborough, throws it away off the hands of Kaufman. Van Putten had about 4 or 5 inches on his defender.
Yeah, got 6 seconds.
Yeah, shot clock down at 6. Eagles have shooters out there in Phillip and Miller. Van Putten not shabby either. They lob it for Val. Goes up, has 3 seconds out to Miller with 2. Fires. Got it. Dynamite from downtown. Talon Miller in double figures with 12. Just the 5th time he's done that as an Eagle. And the lead back out to 14 at 55-41. 11:27 to go. Here's Alvarado. Pass to the corner. Martinborough fires the 3 ball. No answer. Off the mark. Valentino tried to save it. Tipped out of bounds. And it'll stay with Evangel. Good hustle. Just couldn't quite secure the basketball. Eagles a 26-win club a year ago. 6-0 in October under Donnie Bostwick this time around. Mentioned that the Eagles are gunning for their 50th home win under Donnie Bostwick in his 2nd stint. Looking to pass it in from the side is Evangel. They'll get it into Salvi. He's had trouble shooting the ball, but has no problem putting it up. Pritchett's their top scorer with 16. Now over to Alvarado, tries a 3 from straight away. No good. Rebound inside for Dylan Phillip in the midst of traffic, and he's fouled. 3rd team foul against Evangel. Eagles shooting 38% from the floor. They've seen that number dwindle down. Made just 1 3 in this second half, but did a nice job of reining it in that last couple minutes stint since the timeout.
That was a good little run there. Got about 5 points.
And didn't give them any over the last 2 minutes. 11 minutes to go in the contest. It's Miller staying out there. Poling enters the fold. So does Haddock, Jansen Litsky, and Caleb Stokes out there as well. Miller has 12 points. He's been the spark plug for this team, unsurprisingly so. Finds Litsky back outside. Miller had some space. Defender hops to him. 10 seconds left. Pass to Haddock up top. Haddock steps through. Free throw line floater. Left it short. Rebound for Antonoff inside for the Crusaders. 14-point basketball game as we're starting to get down to the wire. 10.5 minutes to go in this thing. Eagle basketball tonight on KPGM. Thanks for joining us. Here's Kaufman on the left side with it. Kaufman in the lane, gets around Litsky and misses. Great jump by the big fella. Interior defense. Miller is going to slow it down at midcourt. The sophomore from Frisco, Texas, Heritage High School, one of the many DFW area guys on this Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball team. Here is Haddock off the dribble, kicks to the corner for Miller. Miller back to Haddock, wide open three ball. That one off the mark. Brooks Haddock hasn't made a bucket yet in this second half. Did hit some free throws. He has 10. 3 Eagles in double figures. Here's Pritchett on the block. Antonov to Salvi. Passes out of the double team to the wide open man, Stephen Salvi's first second half bucket. 55-43. 9.5 minutes to go. Late game situations, the Eagles saw their heartbeat raise a little bit last year. Curious to see how they respond here. This one, Eagles have had a comfortable lead, but Evangel hasn't gone away. Good ball movement on the perimeter. Stokes passes over to Haddock. In the corner, Miller launches a triple. That one a little bit short. Rebound for Pritchett. That was a 28 three-point attempted by Oklahoma Wesleyan. 12-point contest. Here's Kaufman, hand in his face, the triple offline, and Austin Poling comes away with the rebound. Eagles still have a double-digit advantage on the glass. Haddock over to Miller. Miller dribbled out of bounds. I think Brooks missed one. He had Stokes flashing to the basket, wide open, pass to the corner instead.
Took his eye off the ball.
8:57 to go. It's a 12-point contest. Lenz Ramey enters the ball game.
I think that's
Brooks Haddock's going to come out.
Good move right there.
Brooks Haddock, not his sharpest game out there shooting-wise. 3 of 10 for just 10 points. Here's Antonov on the block over Litsky. No thank you, shot misses. Jansen doing a great job in the paint. Here's Poling, throws it away inside. Had a man cutting to the basket. Pritchett steps in front, intercepts, used that 6'4" length to reach up for it. 8.5 minutes to go. Still a 12-point advantage. Little shot fake from Pritchett. He's been the best shot creator for the Crusaders. Outside Martinborough. Now gets inside. Dump off for Antonov. Tries to dunk it. Throws it off back iron, but a foul is called on the inside.
That's a good foul. I don't
whistle on Stokes.
His free throw shooting percentage is not real high. That's not a bad foul.
Pavel Antonov, 2 of 3 from the line. Lefty, big 6'8" fella. You're right, Roger. Doesn't have a good-looking touch, so he misses that one. Poling exits. They're putting in Jelly, a little bit more size to match up with Evangel, who has a bit more height than Oklahoma Wesleyan. Antonov's second one falls through. He has 5 points. They'll put in OKWU, the big shot blocker, as Evangel makes a sub. Over 1,000 combined wins in between Coach Bostwick and Coach Steve Jenkins for Evangel. How often do you see that in a basketball game? 55-44, Eagles have the advantage. They've led wire to wire. Here's Miller, passes inside for Jansen. Litsky hit hard from behind by Pritchett, who had something to say after the whistle blew. He swatted him pretty hard back on the head. I don't know what he's clamoring about.
You know, I heard today Billy Tubbs is in hospice.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, that was a basketball coach for OU some years ago. He, in fact, he played in the Final Four at Kansas City when Oklahoma was playing Kansas for the championship.
Wow, sad to hear. Jansen Litsky misses the foul shot. Jansen doesn't have a point today. He does have 5 boards. He had 13 points, 5 rebounds the other night. His scoring really came to life in the second half of last year down the backstretch, especially the postseason. Hits the free throw, and it's 56-44. That was the Eagles' first bucket in 3 minutes ever since we praised the offense. First point. 8 minutes to go. Alvarado on offense, guarded by Stokes. Now they work it around. Pritchett up top, off a pick. Pritchett drives right side, turnaround from 10 feet out. Tough shot, rims out, but Salvi gets the offensive board, kicks it back outside. Here is Martinborough in the corner, gets underneath the defense, kicks up top. Pritchett open for 3, no good. Pritchett has lost the touch, and Stokes rips down rebound number 8 of the game, the top man for the Eagles. Here's Jelly, shot fake, creates an opening, passes to Litsky underneath. Scoop pass over to Stokes, right side 3, good! Caleb Stokes buries it. He's got 8. The Eagles lead back out to 15. 59-44. Here's Adriel Martinborough, athletic in the lane, but misses. Jansen Litsky holds his own in the paint again. Eagles on the break. Stokes pull-up triple. No good, but they'll hustle down the rebound. Litsky saves it. Now Ramey from the left wing. Some contact. 3 is no good. Stokes runs down a rebound, but did he step out of bounds? Yes, he did. You like the hustle, but Roger, Jansen Litsky down low has been a brick wall. They can't make anything over him.
He really has, and the other thing, last possession down, I thought we were very unselfish, and we found the guy that was open to get the best shot when Stokes took it. This last time here, I thought probably Lynch should have maybe found a better pass, but at least we've stopped the hemorrhaging a little bit.
3-point attempts, not as many in the second half. They have only 8 of them. They hoisted up 23 in the first half. Eagles shooting at about 36% as we have a 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll stay right here courtside. But, you know, the Eagles don't have the same shooting gusto they had early on, Roger, but it's important to be able to win games when you shoot in the high 30s. You got to learn how to grind out a victory, especially in this conference. It's about to start up play on Wednesday.
Well, the other thing is it's a lot easier to hit shots when you're 20 points ahead.
Yeah,
and
sure
all
is.
of a sudden you get down to that 9 and 10 point and you think, man, I got to have this.
Well, I don't think they've let this lead sink to single digits yet. Here's Stocks inside. Nice little post move to get by Miller on the baseline for a bucket. Stocks has 7 in the second half, 59-46. 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the contest. Litsky feeds Stokes. Double team comes. Stokes trying to pass out of it to Ramey up top. Now over to Talon Miller. Miller crosses over with the basketball. Double team finds him. Ball is loose on the floor. Miller picks it up. Kick to Jelly in the corner. Fires a 3 ball. A little bit long. Eagles in good position. Miller at 6 foot gets the rebound in the paint. Lost the ball. It's on the deck. Man, it's a scrap for it. Evangel comes away with it. Pass to Stocks in the corner. Shot fake. Creates an open 3 and misses. Long rebound for Jelly. A wild sequence of events there. We're under 6 minutes. Oklahoma Wesleyan still holds on to a 13-point advantage. Miller working with the basketball up top. Eagles like to slow it down into the half-court set once they get under that about 8-minute mark or so. Here's Litsky up top with it over to Ramey. Now Jelly looking for Stokes. Jelly in the corner with 5 seconds to Stokes for 3. Some contact, no whistle. It's a miss, but an offensive board. Jelly keeps it alive. Eagles have now ripped down 16 offensive boards. Here's Miller, reverse layup to finish. Gets around the defender. Talon Miller, a team-high 14 for the starting point guard. 61-46, Eagles pulling ahead even further. 5 minutes to go. Couple more solid minutes, Roger. That's all it's going to take. Stocks on the left side, drives, runs into Litsky, and a foul called on Jansen. 2 shots coming up. Rare mistake Jansen's made on the defensive end tonight.
You know, that was great position, though. He cut the baseline, but he just had them arms instead of having them straight up. But it was good defense.
That's only his second foul. With the amount of attempts he has had defending the paint, he's done a great job today. Stocks airballs the free throw, and it wasn't close. I don't think he hit the net. Wow. That could be the worst. That's a guard. That's probably one of the worst free throw attempts I've ever seen.
You don't think he's embarrassed, do you, Max?
Second one offline. And that's the effect of having a great student section over there, letting him know that he airballed. If this was a quiet gym, he would have made the second one. 5 minutes to go. Oklahoma Wesleyan leads Evangel University out of Springfield by 15. Ramey nearly had the pass jump. Shuffles over to Stokes. Caleb at 6'6" has a nice matchup with Kaufman. Drives, kicks to Litsky. Litsky gathers down low, twists, and gets fouled. It's a dogfight down low. This Evangel team, Roger, I don't think the first 5 minutes of this ball game is representative of how good defensively they are. Eagles have had to work for just about every bucket from the 15-minute mark in the first half on.
The second half, it's a difference of daylight and dark than the first half.
I think this is the Evangel team we got advertised to us.
The other thing is, I think we out-hustled them the first half. They were a step slow on a lot of things. I don't think they were worried about losing this game, but they are now. And it's not over, that's for sure.
Jansen Litsky hits the first foul shot. 62% foul shooter a year ago. Jansen, 2 points, 6 rebounds on the night. Here's the second one up in the air. That one rattles around, no good. Loose ball, who wants it? Jansen gets it back. Kept alive by Stokes on the tip off the rim. Eagles move it around. Miller gets by his defender. Down low to Stokes, one dribble to the rim and draws contact. Litsky tried to imitate his brother on the putback dunk, but it was after the whistle. You can see this team start to have some energy out there, Roger. High-fiving, smiling, admiring the hustle of their teammates out there.
Yeah, I'm making myself note there, but the offensive boards and control of the ball has been a big difference here in the last 5 minutes.
Here's Caleb Stokes. He'll make the free throw. 9 points for Caleb.
And I think he's a little taller this year.
Yeah, a little taller, a little stronger. In double figures now. And 8 rebounds to go along with it. 4.5 minutes to go. Eagles back out in front by 18. It's 64-46. Eagles in control here, trying to put the finishing touches on it. Here's Antonoff, low block, no. Guess who? Litsky defends him, and Stokes rips down his 9th rebound as well. Eagles could go back up by 20. It was a 21-point halftime lead, dwindled down to about 12 before the Eagles got a hold of this thing. Got a nice challenge today, but Wesleyan about to put the finishing touches on this. Under 4 minutes to go. Stokes on the attack, flips it up over the right shoulder, and it rattles in. Caleb Stokes, he's got 12.
That's a different kid from a year ago at this time.
Yeah, played more physical inside. Another miss over Jansen Litsky. Pritchett on the leaner, no good. A tie-up down low, and it'll stay with Evangel. That's our first jump ball of the game. 3.5 minutes to go here.
Come on, Caleb! Come on, Caleb!
It'll be Pritchett to inbound. Cade Kaufman has been quiet ever since. He bursted out for about 6 points in a couple minutes. Their top scorer only has 7. Here's Pritchett from the left side. His 3-ball misses. He's on a cold streak as well. Loose ball over in the corner. Evangel saves it. Martinborough throws it right away. Eagles in transition. Here's Miller, one man from behind, and he beats him to the rim. Talon Miller, a new career high. 16 points for Miller tonight. 68-46. The Eagles have their biggest lead of the second half. 3 minutes to go, and this one about over. Here's Kaufman on the right side. Wesleyan ramping it back up when they needed to. Things got dicey for a second, Roger, but these Eagles really responded well when they needed. Kaufman inside, draws a foul. He'll go falling to the hardwood floor. 22-point advantage, though. Doesn't look like much in the way of these Eagles starting off 2-0. Kaufman going to go to the line. Eagles going to empty the bench. So Kaufman to the line, 82% foul shooter. First one up in the air, good. Rattles around and in. 8 points for Kaufman. As the starting group comes off, Talon Miller, Roger, played a phenomenal basketball game.
He makes a whale of a difference at point guard. He is so stinking quick, and he can really get up. Everybody knows that plays against him. You don't dare try to steal the ball. He's just going to go around you.
16 points, 11 of which in the second half. Couple assists as well. So the new group on the floor, Cameron Dunn, Kayvon Boston, Max Valentino, Tashik Fakipo, and making his Eagle debut is Rudy Pittman, the other one of the Rhema Bible College additions. Pittman, big physical kid. Pass out to Cameron Dunn, three-pointer off the mark, but Pittman, an offensive rebound, and the Eagles keep it alive. 2.5 minutes to go. It's 68-48. Here's Cameron Dunn driving, kicks out to Valentino, left wing triple, good! Max Valentino! Nice to see him make a shot. He was the only Eagle that played on Wednesday that didn't score. Fouled out in 12 minutes. 2 minutes to go, 71-48. Here is Salvi. Dump off to Stocks. Jumper good on the baseline. That's just their 6th point in the last 5 minutes. Eagles closed out well on a 12-6 run over the last 5 minutes when things were getting a bit dicey. Wesleyan on offense, shot just 37% in this one. 71 points after dropping 114 the other night. Obviously different competition. Valentino in trouble, turns the ball over. 90 seconds to go in this one. Eagles lead it by 21. Here's Adriel Martinborough, right elbow jumper, nothing but net. And he'll knock it down. 6 points for him. Timeout for Coach Jenkins on the other bench.
I wonder if he'll try to press us now.
19-point ball game. I don't know if...
You know, I've seen a lot of points made up in that much time.
I've seen about 12 or 13 in this amount of time.
No, I'm not going to tell you he can make up 19 or whatever, but I'm telling you it's amazing what you can do, especially if you hit about 3 or 4 threes.
Full timeout on the floor, Eagles by 19. We'll step aside for a 30-second commercial break. You're listening to Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagle basketball on KPGM.
BartlesvilleRadio.com is
up to the second reel.
No problem.
Of course, the latest news, weather, market news, and local sports scores and schedules. If it's on the air locally, it's on BartlesvilleRadio.com. Go to BartlesvilleRadio.com.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Wesleyan University Mueller Sports Center. Eagles trying to put the finishing touches on a 71-52 lead and convert that into their second win of the year, their 50th home win in the last 3+ seasons. It's Pittman, Valentino, Boston, Fakipo, and Dunn. Here's Pittman to the rack, blocked and fouled, but not want to get in that guy's path, Roger. Big fella.
I would not take a charge against him.
Him and Fakipo, that's the 4th line for this team. They got those 2 bruisers out there.
Well,
Pittman's first career point.
The one on the free throw line is another transfer from Rima.
Yep.
And he's been sick or had an injury, so he is just getting healthy.
Pittman misses. Now that the school's shut down, Roger, do you know, are they still doing the Christmas lights down there?
You know, I think I heard they're not.
Oh, wow, that sucks. Three-pointer from the corner converted by Jonah Wilson, a sophomore, just into the ball game for Evangel. Under a minute, it's 72-54. Eagles going to keep it going here. Could be their final real possession of the contest. Here's Dunn working it to Boston in the corner. Boston a little shake, pulls up for 3, and knocks it in. Kayvon Boston had 7 points the other night. 75-55, Eagles back up to a 20-point lead. A little touch foul called with 35 seconds left, and that'll put the Crusaders into the bonus. We'll see Dylan Phillip check into the game. Valentino comes off.
I'm looking here. There's not a player on the floor on our team that doesn't have the waistband on his pants rolled up. They don't like them long pants anymore.
I thought you were going to say there isn't a player on the floor I'd want to mess with. Free throw good from Wilson. 21-17, Roger, Oklahoma State over Texas.
I think Kansas State got beat today, too.
Yeah, backup quarterback play, and they didn't look very good when I saw. Free throw's good from Wilson, 75-57. Eagles out in front, about a 4-second, 5-second differential between shot and game clock. Pittman in the corner for 3. Too strong. Fakipo offensive board, put back, no. And it'll be taken down by Nathan Garrett and lost, and the Eagles get it right back. Shot clock will be turned off. Boston kicks to Phillip. Will he shoot? Nope. He's going to fire, and he'll miss. And that should do it here. One last try for Garrett for Evangel. He'll pull up and sink the jumper. And That's going to do it here. 75-59, our final score, as Oklahoma Wesleyan gets the win. Eagles moved to 2-0 on the young season. They beat a team that was NAIA Division I last year, and the Eagles get their 50th home win in Donnie Bostwick's second stint with the school. Some great stuff for Oklahoma Wesleyan tonight. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap things up and let you know what's ahead for these Eagles. They beat Evangel for their second win of the season. Post-game show on the way. You're listening to Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball on KPGM.
For your commercial, residential, farm, and ranch realty services, call Craig Demas. He's your McGraw Realtor. As an agent representing one of the most dynamic real estate brands in the country.